Alrighty guys, welcome to a new series of mine. A lot of you probably might recognize where I am, and this is the SHO Super Hostile Online server. It is the Vex Patreon server. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to be doing during this very short series, during this very short series, and the series will be called Chasing Butterflies, for obvious reasons. And we will be going around SHO, and I will be showing you a short guide of how to get to things, where things can be found, different stuff like that. So this first episode is going to be a brief introduction into what SHO is, and how to get around the north and south ends of Spawn, as well as a short description of the inside of Spawn itself. To get on the server, please check out Vex's channel if you haven't already. Please, if you're able at all, go support him on Patreon. It's just $5 a month. That's a cheeseburger. That's it. It's $5 a month to get on the server, get to play with all these awesome people, get to support Vex. It's his income right now. He's the creator of the Super Hostile series. He is a map creator. You may have seen a couple of his maps. They're quite popular. Is the Super Hostile series, which much of this server is based off of. Just a couple disclaimers. First, he did allow me to go ahead and do this recording for you, so that's really cool of him. He loves this sort of, like, interaction and wiki stuff, and yeah. The second disclaimer is that there will be zero quality in any of these. I'm not putting any editing into them. I will just be, walking around and giving a brief description of how to get to places. So a lot of you probably aren't here to hear me talk, so let's get started. We'll start over here in the spawn. Again, welcome to Super Hostile Online. This is the beta. It's the second release. It's by Vex. That's how to find his name. I will put a link in the description below. So here in the spawn, you will actually spawn in an area far from here, and you'll have to find your way all the way over, and you step on a pressure plate, it's across lava, and it brings you right here, and you'll spawn right here looking like this. Be great. You won't have anything on you. Be wonderful. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to run over here, and we'll go ahead and look in these donation chests. You'll see all sorts of wooden tools, and there's always lots of interesting stuff in here, like there's blocks and tools, and feel free to take what you want, but again, don't be greedy, please. There's an ender chest over here, and the money system is based on gold. We'll see a couple of shops later. And levels are used for something interesting, and I will go over that in a future episode. So, again, there's north, south. Here is the mod mailbox. This is pretty much everything that you're going to need. Where you have to interact with the mods and give them something official to sign or sign off on or stuff like that. But there's the general mod mail. That's anything you want to give these awesome guys, stuff like that. There are guild tag requests. I'll go over that later. Charter requests, again, property abandonment requests. You can buy all of that stuff over in the cut above, which I believe is over there. Actually, I think it's over there. But still, that's not the point. So, y'all don't want to hear me talk, so we'll go ahead and come over here. When you head north for the first time, you'll get to the leather workshop. It's not very impressive, but it'll get you done. Here is where you do not sell leather anymore, but you can buy leather. You can buy 1 leather for 2G, which is 1 gold nugget, or 24 leather for 40G, which again is gold nuggets. There's another ender chest here, just in case you need one. There's the fountain. There's nothing special about it. There's, barrier blocks all the way around it, so you can't even go play in the pool. Looks like there's some people over here. Is this the cut above? Yes, this is a cut above. Over there is just gardens. There's nothing interesting over there. So on floor 1, obviously, are good things, and floor 2 are great things. There's not much on either floor yet because the server only released a couple days ago. But like I said, here is the shopper currency. Here's how to go ahead and figure out how to use what you're doing. There is ingots. not ingots, I'm sorry. There is nuggets, ingots, gold blocks. Whole server currency is based off of gold. So you can buy an ender chest for 16 gold ingots, or you can buy a jukebox for 30 gold ingots, or a trap chest for 12, or so on. And over here, yeah, it's everything down here. Up here's all the great stuff. There's Stormy Laura. She's one of the awesome mods. She's currently filling out a book. Right here is the guild charter. This will be the first thing that you'll see up here in the big cut above shop. The guild charter is something that you saw over in the mail, and it is how you create a guild. I personally am in SBO, the Spellbound Order. We're a very magical based guild, but yeah, you take a guild charter, you need 5 members to start it. Just go ahead and ask around in Discord and so on. And you stand right here and you click the button. It requires 100 gold ingots though. Over here is how to abandon a property. We'll get to that in a later video. But that is 25 GG. That's quite expensive, but so are properties, and it takes a lot of time on the mod's part. So go ahead and go through that. There's some ender chests in case you want to, take some gold. We'll take some of that later. Right. And to fill out your custom tag, there's not a single person in here that currently has them because not a single guild has gone through the guild tags. This requires gold ingots. Again, 100, just like the charter itself. But this requires the entire server to be taken down, which is a bit of a mess. So it's really not something that he really wants you starting off on. Here's Bud Earlobes. That's not really his name. That's just what I call him. There's Axel, Wave, and so on. So that's all of the north side. Got the Leatherworks and the cut above. Both of those are something very important over here that you might want to check out. Right here, I forgot to see these on the way over there. These are speed plates. Yes, speed plates. They give you speed, and they used to give you hunger, but they don't anymore. But yeah, there's that. I didn't go over the south side of the spawn, so I'll do that now. Right. There are the Gravebound tags being refunded because that system is being removed, so let's go ahead and be that there. To leave the guild, we saw that stuff earlier. You have to sit here and press the button. And you're supposed to be in adventure mode around here, and if for whatever reason you're not, just go ahead and click it. And over here, these are the upcoming things coming to SHO. Here's how to list the current moderators, all of these. And you get fatigue, which you can't see, but I'll show you that later. In a later episode over in the inn. Here are all the rules for SHO, and please guys, go ahead and use these. Yeah. Right over here is the first place that you're going to find on the south end. It is the Valguarde General Store, which is a very important place if you want to start your plot. Really anything. So you can buy XP bottles, you saw those in my ender chest earlier, for 64G for 32. So that's quite... there are better ways to get gold, get XP, which I'll go over in a later episode as well. You can get signs, you can get chests, which are quite expensive. Furnaces, again, very expensive. Crafting tables, those I really don't suggest using because for wood to wood piece, it doesn't match up. You can get 2 fuel here. See, I'll show you how the shop system works. See, you have 1 gold nugget, and that's what it costs. So you sit right here, right by the button, and you click, and it takes your gold and gives you 2 fuel wafers, which are 1.5 burn time each. So if you had uncooked steak, you could burn 3 things with what you just bought. And then book and quill you get from here. The other important place of note down on the south side, other than there, we'll go through there in a sec, is the Golden Grub Pub. If you want to buy food, this is where I suggest getting it. Here, again, under chest, there are fried fish and chips dinner, which is 13 gold. That will be some fish and I believe bread. There'll be baked bread and chowder dinner, which is mushroom stew and, again, some bread. And then the carnivore delight, which I believe is pork chops and rabbit. Upstairs in Golden Grub is nothing really in particular. It's just an eating area, so you can sit here and go on a date with your boyfriend or whatever. So, continue on. Next up is the Amlypian token exchange. Amlyp is one of the moderators, and he's also a map designer. You should check out some of his stuff. But you come in here and you'll get things called dungeon coins. Dungeon coins you can get from, obviously, the dungeons around the world, and I'll show you a couple of those later. But it's the Amlypian token booth. Right now there's only one major dungeon, which is Dungeon Coin Tier 1, and if there's someone else in there at the time, there will be a bunch of glass blocks right here, all the way up, so you can't get in. So if you need them to come in, you just click the override and go in, and that happens usually if someone logs off or goes AFK in here. Here's where you store your dungeon coins. You'll get those in the form of emeralds. First of all, have the token in your main hand, be right here, and then click on this. Somebody forgot their bottle of enchanting. I'll take that kindly. And that'll give you the token loot. You just click on there and you'll get out. There's another of the same thing right there in case that one is full. Over here is the Grand Exchange. This is somewhere that you're not going to go often, but this is where you can sell your dungeon coins, which I don't suggest for 20G. You can get a lot better stuff for a lot more than 20G. If you really want to see a dungeon coin, you can buy one here. Again, that's not something you want to do. And then rare treasures will drop occasionally from mobs around the world. It's a very rare drop. So yeah, and you just, again, sit here, click it. I don't have a rare drop on me, so you can't get that. So, yeah. And that's pretty much everything in the North, South, and Spawn. Thank you for watching the Chasing Butterflies first episode. Again, I apologize because there is zero professionalism, zero quality, there's not a script or anything, I'm just going off of what I have. So, thank you all, and I'll see you in the next episode.